Hi chums, quick little project here. This is a little cup cover or mug cover or glass cover. It'll keep the midges and flies out of your drinks during the summer. That's the basic idea there. It just goes on to cover the glass. Now that's the wrong size, that's for a mug. Now this is a piece of bubinga or paduk, I'm not too sure which I think it is. I think it's bubinga, right? Now the problem with this stuff, first of all you have to buy it, and you have to buy a 4x4 or 3x3 blank to get that, which is expensive, you know. The other problem with that is when you put the mineral, I use mineral oil on these just to finish them. When I put the mineral oil on, it smells pretty bad. It takes a couple of weeks for the smell to go out of the bubinga or paduk. I'm not too sure which one this is. It's not an expensive wood anyway, but it's expensive when you buy a blank that size, you know. And I've been making a few like that as a set for a friend, but I'm making a few for myself now, so I'm not as fussy. This is a faulty one, as you can see. I got a bit of a tear out there, so it's not good enough, so that didn't go off. I keep that here just to cover my own cup, but there's a bit of a smell of it because of the wood. But instead of using an expensive piece of wood like this, I'm going to use some scrap today. And the scrap I'm going to use is a piece of old oak flooring that my friend Ricky got me. This has come out of some sort of business he was working at. He called in, they were pulling the floor up and putting it in the skip, so we grabbed a few lengths of it, and you can see there's where the groove was and there's where the tongue was. There's nails put through these, but I've got all the nails out, so that's all you need. That's that there. So it's a piece of oak. It's almost square, so we'll call it square. That is about 4.5 by about 5 by 5 square. Okay. Now I'm going to use my chuck here as a drive, and just hold this against a chuck with the tail post, and that's enough. This is not heavy work, you know. So we'll just pull the thing up here. Oops, that was my glass falling onto the bed, lay of the bed. The reason I've got the glass is for measuring purposes. Right, so that's centered now, and all I need to do then is just drive the chuck in, lock that down first, and just drive the point in. That's going nowhere, okay? So that's in. Don't worry about that wee hole. We can take that off later. But remember, this is a tool basically, so you don't need to be too fussy. But I'm going to do the back of it first, and then I'm going to use the back of it, which is the piece with the lip. I don't know where the other piece went to. Must have fallen. I'm going to use the lip on the back to grab it with the chuck. Then you can do it the other way around, but I found it's quite awkward to get in there to work. So it's much easier just to make the grabby bit on the outside, you know. So we'll take a measurement for that. So the measurement we need for that is just something inside that. So we'll bring it down to the size of that first. Right, so I've got it down to the size of the diameter of the rim, and then we'll take it to there and then finish it, refine it after that. So in these things here, I'm not saying don't. What I do is, I tend not to go straight into the work like that, because as you've got the corners coming round, I tend to go this way. Robbie Parr taught me this. Go from this side, and you're actually creating a little lip to work on, and a bevel, somewhere to rest the bevel on as you go across, okay? Need to get myself a mask here, and I'll just get a coat on too. So, for Christopher here, so Christopher, what I've done now is I have that 5 by 5 piece of flooring. It's about ½ an inch thick, the flooring, and I've got, well, how thick is it? We'll just get this right. I should tell you for sure how thick it is. It's 3/4 of an inch thick, about 15, what's that, about 19 mil. So I've got that held against a chuck jaws with using the tailstock, and I've just driven the tailstock into a hole in the centre that I made when it's marking the diagonals, and that's just held there as a friction chuck now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to round that off first, and then I'm going to cut the bit that goes inside the glass, the wee step. I'm going to do the wee step down bit. I wonder if I put that on, would that help with the light? It gives a bit more light, doesn't it? Yeah, that seems not too bad. We'll just leave that there. We'll see how it goes. Right, so just get my mask on, and that's it. And look guys, no rings today. I made a mistake the last day. Well, you'll not have seen that video yet, but I had my red wedding ring on, and you don't keep rings on at the lathe. Okay. Let's go. So lathe is turned off, on to run, and then bring it up nice and easy. Mask down. We're running at about 1500 there, and I'm going to use a 1/2 inch spindle gouge here. Right, so we're on to solid wood there now. So I'm going to now determine what width do I want this, and we'll see how wide is the glass. Well, we know that's the width of the glass. So we know that's the width of the glass. So I'm just going to bring it down about another 1/2 centimeter or so. So we'll just keep going with that. Right, now I'm getting very close to the jaws here, so I'm still a bit oversized, but I'll change the size when I turn it round. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut into here and make a step to grab with the jaws. I'm going to take a fair bit of beef off this because I'm going to turn it round twice and take this dimple off. So we'll just go in with the parting tool here and we'll just refine this down. I'm running about 2000 RPM now. Right, now I'm going to use my calipers to bring it down closer to what I want. I just re-measure the inside of this again and see where I am. Now I'm not going to be able to test fit this because I'm holding it against that, but it doesn't have to, it's not critical. Just whatever, as long as it fits, slides over it, it's near enough. And if it doesn't fit properly, I can always turn it round again anyway. So we've still got a wee bit to go there. So we'll just get at that. Okay, so what we've got now is we've got, I'll just do the diameters for you here while I've got this set. So the internal diameter is going to be about 64 mil or 2.5 inches, and the external diameter at the moment is the external diameter, I'll just get it up into the camera there, is 98 mil or 3 7/8, just about. So what we do now is we take this off now. I'm going to turn it round and grab it with the jaws. So Christopher, I've got a step here, and the step is about almost 1/2 inch deep, or many's that in mils, about 12 mil deep, and I'm going to use that step to grab this, and then I'm going to reduce the outside diameter and just fancy up the top of it a wee bit. So I'll just move these things out of the way, bring that back. And the reason I want to do this, and I'm trying to do it in real time, I'm going to put it up to show you. It doesn't take very long, you know, to do. I just grab that gently. Don't want to make a whole big tooth mark thing inside it, you know. Right. So the first thing I want to do is I want to just reduce the size this slightly. Yeah. Okay. That's us. Where are we at now? That's okay. Height wise. I'm just going to make a really fancy thing here. Just want to show you something, how you can grab this on the other side. So I'll show you what to do that. So I'm just going to make a recess. This is not at all necessary, it's just for decoration basically, and for turning it round as well. I need a big skew. I've lost me a big skew. Oh, I haven't here. I'm just undercutting that slightly just so it'll hold better on the chuck. Now, next wee thing, decoration. I'm just going to put 2 wee burnt lines in. So how do you do burnt lines on a piece of faceplate work? Well, this is how. I'm just going to do my wee line. Be one there, one there. And then we get a piece of formica. The way I like the formica. Now, I always take this away in case I get my hands caught underneath. And then just if the lay it up full, well, it's near full, it's going to go there. Burnt line. That's better. I should really have taken the time to break 2 corners and that, because it's much easier. Right, sanding, very simple. Just a wee touch with 80 grit, just turn the lid down a bit. So what did you do, Christopher? I just used the corner of a piece of formica to burn the holes I made with a point tool. I made 2 lines with a point tool, and then what did I do then? Yeah, I made 2 lines with a point tool, and then I got the Formica and just held the corner of the Formica inside the lines and burnt myself a line. So this, I just sand these to 180. There's plenty for these, because they're going to get knocked about in one thing and another, so you don't need to be too fussy about them. And then 180. Right, now, so we've got that done. That's the outside done. So then we can stop the lathe and turn this around and grab it with a chuck on the inside and finish off the inside now. So out of the chuck, and then hopefully the chuck will go into this. See, there's a problem. I've left the lines on the top of that, but that doesn't matter. That's just become a feature, you know. I need to take this chuck off because it's too big for that. For that there now. I'll just use a smaller chuck. I'm not getting a very good grip. Oh, there's it there now. Yeah, that's better. I had it in crooked. Okay, so then we can take the top, the front, take the back off this now. And I do that, I just got to eat my way across gently so they don't end up knocking it off the work, you know, off the thing. Oh, that's not good, look at that. We're all over the place there. That's it now. Yep, that's a bit better looking, isn't it? Right, so then just once again with the spindle gouge, sorry, I should have explained there. What I'm doing here, Christopher, is I've reversed this around and I've grabbed the front of the little lid in the recess I made, and now I'm reducing the back step to about 1/4 of an inch or less, about 3/16 of an inch. It all has to just sit on the glass and no more. And then I'm just reducing it down so it's not real big and bulky looking, you know. And most glasses taper as well, so you want to get this fairly small. So an eighth to 3/16 is brilliant, you know. So I'm just using a spindle gouge to work my way across the back, and I'm taking the back off and I'm working towards the headstock so I don't pull this out of the lathe, out of the chuck. Right, now before I sand this up, I want to check that everything's going to fit. So where's my glass? There's my glass, and the moment of truth, it's too big. Right, so that's no problem. Just take that down to the size it should be. And where's our parting tool? Here we are. I've found that one of the easiest ways to pull something out of the chuck is to start before the lathe gets up to speed. So I've just reduced the size at, I suppose you could call it tenon on the back, and look at that, there we're bang on there. That's lovely. So just sand that up now, and as you can see, sanding doesn't take very long. It just takes a few moments, and we'll just do it for the sake of getting it keeping the thing nice. And I want to show you, get it finished for you as well, right? So there's the 80 grit. '80, 120. And 180, 180. So there we are. That's all there is to this, folks. It's not it doesn't take very long. How long is that? 20 minutes, right? Well, it's a bit long. I'm not going to edit this video because I want to leave it up so it. Martin Saban Smith. I hope that's right. It's maybe Martin Saban Smith or Martin Saban Smith. I'm not too sure how it's pronounced. But he's got a craft fair coming up, and I thought this is a wee idea might be useful for him, you know. So that's that polished, that's that done. So I'll just stop the lathe. Now at this stage, if you wanted to, you could turn that back into the jaws again and take those lines off. But I'm going to leave the lines on. They don't look too bad, you know, because the next one, I'll take them off the next one. But I want to show how quick this can be done. And the final thing is that I do is a bit of what do you call that stuff? Mineral oil. It's over here. It was over there. Mineral oil. Oh gosh, what have I done with it? Sorry about this, folks. You're sitting there looking at me for days. Right, with no mineral oil. I don't know where it is. I've put it somewhere safe, obviously, and I can't find it now. Oh, here's here. In behind, no, mineral oil or liquid paraffin, as it's called here. The cheapest place to buy this in Ireland, and I'm assuming England, Wales, Scotland as well, or Europe. Go to your local vet and ask them for liquid paraffin. They give this to horses and cows and stuff, you know, and they won't flinch when you ask for a gallon of it or 5 litres, but your chemist certainly will. As I told you all before one time about what happened when I didn't ask for a gallon of liquid paraffin in the chemists or the pharmacy. So we'll just put our liquid paraffin on this here, and you can see it does bring the grain up nice, doesn't it? And then do the back, and just give that a couple of days to dry so it doesn't. Somebody doesn't lift it up and get liquid paraffin all over their fingers and stuff, you know. It will soak into the wood nicely. I not told off, but I advised the other night not to use this blue cloth that the mechanics use for washing their hands and stuff, you know. Unfortunately, I bought about 18 bales of it, 18 rolls of it in a sale recently, so I'll have to stick with it. But apparently the blue comes off and goes onto the wood. So I don't know. I've never noticed that, but maybe I should take more notice. There it is, folks. A little doodah for putting on your glass. So whenever you're out in Derry McCash beside Loch Ness, drinking your cocktails or your tea or whatever it is, and the midges are all over the place. We've got about 3 nights a year. There are billions of midges come out. They don't have any mouths, so they can't bite you. But they only live for 1 day. But my goodness, they get into your hair and everywhere and your drinks and all. So what you do is stop the midges, put that over your glass, and you are elected. Okay? So there you are, folks. Martin, hope that was useful for you. It's about a 20-minute project, 15 minutes when you get set up properly. But I've done a lot of talking through this. I could probably knock those out in less than 10 to 15 minutes now. So for an hour, I don't know what you would charge for that at a craft fair. But it's basically using scraps up, and that's you away. Okay, if you're going to display these, make sure you bring a glass or a cup with you to put them on so that people get the idea. Because they will not come to your stall and ask what things are for. They have to basically be shown everything. So that's it. So one little glass coaster or glass topper or cup topper, whatever it might be. Okay, that's it. All the best now. Bye-bye.